least 9 women from Indianapolis are missing. The question is one person responsible for their disappearance?
See all these factories over here? This is all businesses. Well, the thing with this one right here is the reason we want to go in here, you can pull in here off of Sherman Drive, and this makes perfect sense. You pull off Sherman Drive onto this. I bet nobody's ever even thought to check that area. All this needs checked right here. This, no. This, yes. That all needs to be checked. So that's where we're going next.
Year-old Jaime Beasley has not been seen since December 15th. She missed a Christmas celebration in Indianapolis and one with her mother in Kentucky.
I don't know what else to do. I mean, we've been out looking and we just can't find her. I need to find her. I have to find her. I can't live without knowing.
On the evening of December 15th, 2017, single mother Jaime Beasley vanished without a trace. My brothers and I have traveled to Indianapolis, Indiana to meet with Jaime's mother.
She was supposed to come down the next day to spend the week with us for Christmas.
It's important for my brothers and I to find out as much as we can about the victims. That way, when we run our sessions, hopefully we'll have a stronger connection with the spirits.
You know, I was talking to her because she had went out and was buying Brooklyn Christmas presents, and she called me to ask me what size she needed for shoes and stuff because she was going to get her some shoes. And we talked and we texted, and then, you know, she sent me pictures of the stuff that she had bought, and then she was supposed to come over here to Pam's house the next day. Pam said, you know, she couldn't get a hold of her, so I kept trying to call her and everything. And then I talked to Kevin, who was supposed to bring her over to Pam's house, and he said that she never came back to his house. She was going to stay for a few weeks. I mean, you know, like when she comes, she usually stays for 2 or 3 weeks, you know, so she can spend time with Brooklyn. And I mean, she just never came, and she never called. It's not like her. Even if she's out doing something she ain't supposed to be doing, she calls me and she would say, "Mom, I messed up." You know what I mean? I mean, it's like she just didn't call and she didn't come, and that's just not like her. So I drove up here from Kentucky. I went and made the missing persons report. Then we just got out and started searching. I mean, we checked every hotel, every house that we knew that she had been. We contacted all of her friends. I was up here for 12 weeks, just, I mean, literally driving around day and night searching. We kind of had hope that we would find her alive somewhere. We put flyers up all over the city and the surrounding areas, and we went to every gas station, every grocery store, just trying to find answers. As time went on, you know, it became more obvious that, you know, that probably wasn't going to happen. Then we started checking wooded areas and ditches and lakes and ponds, and we just can't find her.
2 weeks after Jaime went missing, all of her personal belongings were found inside her boyfriend's house.
She has to have her stuff. I mean, I can remember, you know, her being in a relationship and me going, "Just leave, just come with me right now, just leave it all." She's like, "But I gotta get my stuff." And I'd be like, "Just leave it, you can get all that stuff again. We can replace all that, we can't replace you." And she just had to have her stuff. So I know she wouldn't just leave all of her stuff. And like I said, especially not the person, the cell phone. And she would never, ever let her daughter sit and wonder where she's at. But Jaime has never went more than a week and a half without calling me, even in her addiction. And that's what these, police officers, that's all they keep telling me. I mean, they told me, I talked to him on the phone for 15 minutes one day. And in that 15 minutes, he told me 3 times, your daughter's an addict. Your daughter's an addict. I mean, like, what was the purpose of that? I mean, is that his excuse not to go out and help me find her? I mean, that's what really, really gets to me. I mean, it doesn't matter. She's still a human being, and she's still my daughter, whom I love with all my heart.
In September, Price's older daughter, 34-year-old Amanda Roddy, died from an overdose of cocaine and fentanyl. One daughter dead, one missing.
When Amanda passed away, I would always wait until, like, everybody went to bed, so that I wouldn't be crying in front of them kids and getting them all upset and stuff. So I would go outside. I was standing out there one night, and I just looked up at the sky, and I went, "Oh, my poor baby, where are you?" And then a shooting star shot straight across the top of my house. And I just looked up and went, "Thank you, God, for, letting me know that she's up there with you and that she's okay." I had a dream that I was standing out there on the porch and I was asking, "Jaime, where are you?" And I saw a big star go across my house, and then I saw a smaller one following along behind it. And I knew it was Jaime up there with Amanda.
Jamie's cell phone was also found at her boyfriend's house. The family noticed that several entries had recently been deleted from Jamie's phone.
Up until we had the phone back in our possession, we were calling her phone. Everybody was calling her. When we retrieved her phone, all of the recent messages and things had been deleted. She had taken a screenshot because Kevin had told me had threatened her because he saw the text. But she had screenshotted it, and it was still in her gallery. He deleted all the messages. He even deleted his own contact out of her phone. But he missed it. The picture of the text message where he said that he was going to go upside her head. About 4 years ago, he broke her arm. So bad that it never did heal right. On his house, that step that comes out from that side door, that used to have a railing around it, he shoved her through that. And then when she went off on the ground, she broke her arm. I mean, that's how violent it's been. And she's had black eyes. And, it's been a violent relationship from the beginning because he is a violent person. From day one, he has not even made any effort to show that he cared at all, ever. I mean, he's not come out to search. He's not, tried to help. He didn't even come out for the candlelight vigil, and he was home whenever we had the candlelight vigil right out in front of his house. I mean, if you care about somebody, even if they make you mad or whatever, I mean, if you ever cared about somebody and you don't know what happened to them, you would be out helping search. He said she just left. She just left. He didn't know where she went. But he changes his story. One time he says he don't know, and then another time he says that she had a ride on their way, and then one time he says that they're, boyfriend and girlfriend, and the next minute he says they were just friends. I mean, he's changed his story like 100 times. Every stitch of clothing that she owned, her shoes, her purse, cell phone, I mean, she doesn't go anywhere. I mean, I'm telling you, she don't go anywhere without her purse and her phone. I mean, nowhere. She don't even go to the bathroom without her purse and her phone because she's been ripped off so many times.
A few weeks after Jaime went missing, Sherry would receive a text message explaining Jamie's fate that night.
There was a tip that came because they said that they knew that she was Jamie's friend. And they said that that had beat her up and she was scared, but she wanted everybody to know that he had told her while he was high that he had shoved her down the steps accidentally and that she broke her neck and that he buried her body in the woods.
Unfortunately, the author of these text messages was also found dead. Her death would later be ruled a drug overdose. Another witness claims that Jaime's boyfriend replaced the basement door and the banister leading into the basement.
I'm just hoping and praying that we find her today so I can take her home and put her to rest and give Brooklyn some closure. It's just too much. This is too much. I mean, even if we don't find out what happened, I want to bring her home.
When we decided to look into Jaime's case, I first wanted to contact Rocky and have him run a remote session and just see if we could try to figure out if Jaime was dead or if she was still alive out there somewhere.
Here's Jaime Beasley. She went missing. Nobody can find her. We have no idea if Jaime's alive or dead or...
For over a decade, my brothers and I have been filming and documenting some of the most compelling spirit communication ever recorded.
Was it a white van?
So our hope is to use these same techniques to hopefully help solve some of these missing person cases.
Is Jaime Beasley dead or alive? Oh my God.
A remote spirit box session is just a session that we do here at our home base when we're unable to be on location at that time.
Jaime, is your body around house?
When we first arrived into Indianapolis, we decided to hit as many locations as we could on the east side, and then hopefully we could narrow down an area that could be searched.
Jaime didn't have anything to do with killing you. If you can hear me, can you tell me who took you?
The closer we can get to where a crime was committed or something tragic took place, the stronger the connection is with the spirits. It's almost as if that dark energy imprints itself on that location, and it's that very energy that my brothers and I are able to pick up on.
Okay, we are attempting to communicate with anybody that knows anything about Jaime Beasley from Indianapolis, Indiana. Can any spirits communicate with us, yes or no? Jaime, is your body down near the park? Jaime, is your body outside?
You're older. What's that?
Your body near your house? Jaime, the person that killed you, do you know them? Can you tell us their name?
Bad people.
Tell us their name.
Bad people.
Jaime, tell us what your body's near.
So after running the first spirit box session, we decided to head down closer to house.
Bancroft is a real short street. I think Bancroft and Emerson was
This, huh?
hang on right.
They both, this just horseshoes back out both ways. Go right back out to Emerson.
The only place they put balloons is a memorial. So I guarantee that's her house right back there. So we could turn around and park down on that corner. Jaime, we're down by your house. Can you hear us now? You hear that? Jaime, which way do we need to go to find your body? Jaime, is your body in a wooded area? Is your body in water? Jaime, at your house, which direction do we need to go? Okay, let's roll out of here. Find a spot that's more public. We can go over this stuff. Get out of this area now before people notice us and go over all this stuff.
For safety reasons, my brothers and I, we like to get in, run a spirit box session, and move right on to the next location. We try not to spend very much time at each place.
Hey, to me, it sounds like we keep getting east. And like where we're sitting in front of our house, it said go right.
It said Emerson, right? Or what was that name? Well, anyways, there's we're like right here, and Emerson Avenue is just right over there.
By running the spirit box session around town, our hope is to pinpoint a specific area where the spirits come across much stronger.
Jaime, is your body on land?
Just easy.
Amanda, do you know what happened to your sister? Amanda, do you know where your sister's body is?
All health.
Amanda, is her body inside or outside? Amanda, can you give us an address?
After we spent the day running several spirit box sessions around town, we decided to head back home and go over all the information that we had documented that day, and hopefully we would have some leads as to where Jaime may be or what happened to Jaime. The following weekend, my brothers and I decided to head back to Indianapolis and search a few more areas.
Jaime, are we going the right direction, yes or no? Sound like it said you're not. What? Sound like she said you're not. Jaime, can you tell me who murdered you? Because I'm not filling this area, and plus I think it came across here and said this isn't the right area. Plus, you know, where in the hell is he going to park, and are you going to drag a body, a grown adult, this far out? See, for whatever reason, we're not, I mean, some stuff's coming through, but we're not getting responses like we normally get. Let's look in this area since we're here.
We're getting ready to do a search for Jaime Beasley. We're going to get started and work our way down towards the trestle.
Make sure you guys are looking through there.
Once we were confident that Jaime's body was not at Pogues Run, we decided to head back over to the area where Jaime was last seen near her boyfriend's house.
I mean, I got a feeling that she may just be right back there where we was the very first time.
What's that back behind us?
Yeah, I think that whole area right there, you know, because it was just right there where she was.
If we have a group inside walking towards his house, and then a group out along the road, and then we'll kind of meet up at the end. Sherry, do you guys want to take the area out along the road? And then we'll stay inside, and then we'll meet at the end.
In order to cover more ground during the search, we decided to split up. Rocky and Sean both went one way through the woods. I ended up going down by the creek, and Sherry and Pam stayed out along the road.
Jaime, are you out here with us? Can you hear me? Are we going down the right area? I hear somebody over there. Go. Go. That's why he's shooting us.
Sean.
Somebody's yelling, saying, what the fuck you doing? I'm here by somebody's driveway or something, and we just got out there like, hey, what the fuck you doing? Yeah, we took off running. But we need to go across the creek and check out that area, so you need to follow the creek and come back this way. We'll meet up with you. Okay, bye. Gotta get moving, man. I don't know who the that was.
Come down this way.
Jaime, is your body down by the ballpark? Jaime, do you have a message for your sister?
See if we can get in that lot right there. Or is there not a drive back there?
Jaime, are you near house? Jaime, are you in a wooded area? To me, it felt like the area over by his house was a better area than this area. When you guys are running the spirit box session down by the creek, you got go right.
If you go to the right is the creek.
Yeah.
If you'd have went left, would have been the road.
Let's run over there now that we can get out of the car. Just stand back there and just run a session outside.
I wonder if we should go over to this other park.
Where's it at?
Right beside there.
Take the next right onto East 21st Street.
Look how secluded that is right there. We're gonna go right by it.
Right here?
Yeah. That's kind of where we're going, but we're gonna drive right by it. We can turn left and just drive back in there and see what it is. Up here, if you can turn left, go back in here. Let's head back over here to this other area.
Well, we're going to check this out a little bit. And whenever you guys get rolling, just give me a call.
All right.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Hey, there's a big thing rolled down there. Tarp. That one over there wouldn't be it.
Well, it said something about a sweater. And then probably go down there so you can let it back up.
I can't make it back up. I film Josh Brown, man. What?
Dog.
What is it? Pit bull.
Oh, man.
Do what? Huh? Where are we going?
My heart's a race.
Mine too.
Holy that's a big freaking dog.
I looked that blanket up in the head. It's like, what them people say?
I don't know. They said something about yelling, calling the police.
Yeah, they're calling the cops or something.
Do what?
They said something about calling the cops.
I think it's time to get out of here.
Yeah. God, that scared.
I thought it was a person.
All I know is I'm getting tired of being yelled at.
It was a few days later after my brothers and I left Indianapolis when I got the phone call that changed everything. A local church group was out cleaning up trash in the neighborhood when they made the gruesome discovery of Jaime's partially buried body in the creek bed off of Riley Street. We believe the heavy rain and the high waters that week exposed Jaime's body since this area was searched multiple times.
To me, it felt like the area over by his house was a better area.
The area where Jaime's body was found was just 700 feet away from her boyfriend's house.
So I already knew at that point that it was her. In my heart, I knew that she was gone from the beginning. If it cost me everything, I wouldn't have stopped looking for her. She was on the opposite side of the bank, and she was like partially covered with the dirt and stuff, but the water had risen and it had uncovered her partially. But on the other side, the bank where she was found, there's like a grass alley in between the houses there. And I mean, it is a straight shot to his garage. A straight shot, 700 feet. We measured it out. It's 700 feet from his garage door. Literally. As hard as it was also kind of almost a relief to just know, because I knew I couldn't spend the rest of my life not knowing where she was or what happened to her. I had to put her to rest. I got to bring my baby home. That's the ultimate goal, and I am so very, very thankful to you all for coming out to help me. I mean, I was begging for people to come and help, and nobody would help. I'm just grateful. This has been a very humbling experience too. But this was one thing that I needed help, and y'all came to help me, and that means the world to me. We hoped and prayed that we would find her alive. But deep down in my heart, I knew. I appreciate you guys so much. You just don't even know. I mean, you just don't even know what you guys have done for me. And I love y'all, I do.
Today is a rough day. It's a tough day for two lovely little ladies that should not have been taken away. We know that they'll be missing but never forgotten. This is the hardest thing for me. God said he would never put anything on us that we couldn't bear. But this woman went, I believe, to the limit. 2 daughters in 3 months. This is the type of thing that should not be. We have these little children up here without a mother. They have a life to go through. Jaime was wanting to change her life, but one person took that hope away from her. One person destroyed so many lives. And this person, he may not be judged by man today, but vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. He will not get away with this. People will not get away with what they're doing. I guarantee you God knows all about it. And God will take care of it. This one opportunity that Jaime wanted to take was taken away from her. But one thing they couldn't take away from her, that was her love for God. Her love for her children. Her love for her family. Her love for her friends. This is one thing that no man can take away from God's people. Be assured that whoever did this will be punished. Hell is a terrible place. This is a terrible world that we're living in, and we have no promise of going out these doors without somebody shooting us down. What has this world to offer some of you out there? Drugs, alcohol, to bring what? To bring death, to bring sorrows and all kinds of troubles in our homes and our families. When one person is taken away, it can destroy many lives. Look at what the families have to suffer through. Look what they have to go through because of ignorance of people. They're full of evil.
I walked down through here and I saw something pink. And it caught my eye. You want to go down in the creek bed?
Yeah.
The bark was off of it a little bit, and underneath that bark, that's pink. And that's why I know I was right here by this pole, looking down in here, because that caught my eye. And how I missed her, I have no idea. Like I said, she had to have been buried right there because I was right here. You can see where the water level got up to right there. And I mean, it's dark. There's no dogs out in between them houses because we walked down through there. There's no dogs that bark or nothing. And nighttime, it is pitch black through there because we were here at 9 o'clock at night. I mean, it's a straight shot to his garage. She had to have been completely buried because we didn't see her. Because we were here 100 times, 700 feet. I just can't believe they're not doing anything. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with in my entire life. This is the most pain I have ever felt in my entire life. And not to just have to do it once, but to have to do it twice, this is too much. We still believe that it should be a homicide investigation because there's no way that she got here by herself. This is not how it's supposed to be. I was not supposed to outlive my girls.
On April 28, 2018, Jaime was finally laid to rest in Somerset, Kentucky, next to her sister Amanda. Still to this day, nobody has been charged in the death of Jaime Beasley. When the toxicology report came back, there were no drugs found in Jaime's body, and her death was ruled unknown.
Father and a husband still missing this morning. You may have actually noticed hundreds of flyers posted around the Shelbyville area.
Welcome to the month of December. It's cold and breezy throughout the day today, with wind chill values maybe in the single digits and a few snow showers in the forecast.
It was November 6th. It was a Monday, about 9 o'clock at night. Chris was at home over at his place on Lincoln Street. Both his dogs got loose. Chris ran out of the house chasing them, but he thought he heard two dogs barking. So he jumped the fence into somebody's backyard, started banging on the door in the house, saying that he wanted his dogs back. The homeowner came out, confronted Chris. At some point in time, an altercation took place. Chris was either kicked or tripped, fell and hit his head up against the bigger stone, causing a head injury. Chris then jumped the fence and left. He was seen walking up towards Miller Street, heading down towards the Dollar General store, and the witnesses say that he was bleeding. When Chris left the house, he had no jacket. He was wearing either dark jeans or dark sweatpants, a t-shirt, and just socks. He left his cell phone, his wallet, everything behind at the house. We know Chris was chasing him down this way towards Dollar General. After that point, nobody's ever seen Chris since then. It's been about 3 weeks. A witness said that they'd seen Christopher walking down Miller Avenue, right around the Dollar General area. Right here is the Dollar General. Chris lived over in this area. He went up through here, was walking down Miller Avenue. Then he got to the Dollar General where somebody had spotted Chris here. At this point, it's anybody's guess where Chris is. And the only dump that I see on the map, which is kind of weird, is because where Chris was last seen in the sanitation department is right up here.
Can you tell me where Christopher is? So is Christopher by the dump?
Is it possible that Chris chased his dogs up into this wooded area? That it came over several times, go towards the dump. So I think what we need to do, since we're on location, is go ahead and do another spirit box session, see if we can document any more evidence to lead us to where Chris may be. When he suffered the head injury and was bleeding, if you're thinking right, you would head back home. You know, he was just a few blocks away from his house on Lincoln Street. Maybe he continued to chase his dogs over to Miller, was heading down Miller towards the Dollar General right here. Okay, well, he's still only a couple blocks away from his house. So why didn't Chris just go home and tend to his injuries? I don't know if it was just the head injury, you know, maybe it was so bad that he wasn't thinking right, or the loss of blood. But it's possible if he did make his way over this way, he could have sat down or laid down somewhere just to rest, or passed out at some point. So I think our best bet is, since we've got to go towards the dump several times, we check this woods out back here. If we don't get anything good, there's another dump site right over here in this woods. See it right here? I say let's just get stuff ready and let's head over to this park area and do another session and see if he can't direct us on which way we need to go. We decided to do our first spirit box session up near the sanitation department. This area was very remote, considering it was just on the edge of town.
Is Christopher's body at the dump? Yes or no?
Christopher, are you back in the woods? Is this woods? Is this the right area? Chris, can you tell us which direction to go? I said straight. Christopher, can you tell me, are you back near the animal shelter, yes or no? Sound like it said no. Christopher, was that you? Christopher, did you lay down somewhere? Christopher, are we getting close or further away? Back. I bet they had some type of haunted trail out here or something.
What do you think? He could have fell down in this culvert area? Because it sounded like it did say culvert back there.
I can't believe how freaking cold it is. So I'm not feeling this area, are you? I'm gonna sound like it said no back there. Do we need to go back towards your house? Can you give us a name of a road or a street? Get back to something. Christopher Young, what is your body near? Huh?
Don't turn down, you just said something.
Okay, but you said something, I was asking you a question. Christopher, what woods are you near?
To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey Brian, this is Josh. We were in town looking at your brother's case. I was messaging back and forth with Felicia and she gave us your number. She had said something about Old Mill Road, but I'm not really for sure where that's at. I didn't know if you could either message us or give us a call back and so we can try to figure out where that road is. Thanks. Bye.
Somebody please tell me where Christopher Young is.
Let's go out past the animal shelter and see what's down that road. Maybe we can circle around to the right where that other wooded area is.
Hello? Hello, this is Josh?
Yes.
It's Brian.
Hey Brian.
You're in the vicinity of where he was last seen right now. Pretty much when you hit that dog down.
Okay, I'm coming up to Washington right now. This road here, this is the last area he was seen walking.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird case. You know, just to be chasing the dogs and then all of a sudden just vanish like that. We'll take a look at this area and then we'll get back in touch with you.
So me and my dad are actually on the river right now, getting ready to go down and search it.
Okay. Well, let us know if you find anything and we'll let you know if we find anything.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. So, I mean, he was last seen in this area. This is where it was originally leading us to, and this is where we got the best stuff from. My brothers and I will continue to search the woods around the Big Blue River, while Brian and his dad search the water. So my brothers and I went out towards the junkyard, and we found this little pull-off area right next to the Big Blue River, and we decided to run another spirit box session in this area. We're out towards the junkyard. Are we closer? Which way do we need to go from here? Christopher's woods. Are you next to the big Blue River? Woods. Christopher, which direction do we need to go? Were you walking along the river? Hey, Tom. Christopher, can you hear us? Christopher, can you hear us? Christopher, what is your body near?
Did you hear that?
What? Can't
So-
see the body?
Yeah.
Christopher, what's your body in? Because we can't find it. We can't see it.
Sounds like you said he's in that culvert.
Christopher, can you tell us the road that the culvert's on?
Is it near the animal shelter? Yes or no? Christopher Young, can you hear me? What's up, hear you? Christopher, which way do we need to walk? West? You have it facing north to this arrow.
West is right there.
Are we in the wrong wood? Let's look back here since we're already over here. Christopher, are we walking in the right direction? Christopher, are you inside of something? Christopher, did you crawl inside of a pipe? No. Christopher, is this the right trash? It's not. Let's just check this out since we're already over here. Christopher, can you hear me? There's definitely nobody in this one. Christopher, which direction do we need to go? I'm almost thinking it's leading us back towards the animal shelter. But since we're back here, I just wanted to check this area out. I mean, he could have easily came down through this way towards the animal shelter. Christopher, which direction now? Christopher, can you tell me, can you see where I'm standing? Around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we got the call that Christopher's body had been recovered from the Big Blue River, about 4 miles west of the animal shelter.
Her 38-year-old husband was found by kayakers in the Big Blue River at about 4:14 on December 3rd. He was found about 4 miles west of Shelbyville.
The coroner here in Shelby County has identified that body found in the Big Blue River to be that of 38-year-old Chris Young.
Given the information we documented over the spirit box, we believe Christopher's death was the result of a tragic accident. Our thoughts and prayers remain with the family during this difficult time.